Hi, this is the next lecture and it's going to be about the properties of water. Water is the unique molecule that occupies 70% of our body. The uniqueness of water is amazing, so here are some of them. First of all, water is an excellent solvent. Most of the molecules are dissolvable in water. The properties of the molecules dictates the rate of its solubility in water. For example, ions like sodium chloride or calcium ions are easily dissolved in water. This is because ions have full positive or negative charge that are easily attracted to the partial positive or negative poles of water. Moreover, polar molecules are soluble in water as well because they have polar covalent bonds in them. Formation of the molecules by polar covalent bonds leads to the formation of two different poles with partial charges. So, partial charges of the polar molecules and partial charges of water attract each other. Generally speaking, we can group molecules to hydrophilic and hydrophobic molecules. So hydrophilic molecules, such as sugar, love to interact with water and thus gets easily dissolved in it, whereas hydrophobic molecules, such as fat molecules, fear water and avoid contact with them. The second property of water is its high heat capacity. So the heat capacity is the degree to which a substance changes temperature in response to gain or loss of heat. In other words, the temperature of water drops slower than when it loses heat. This is why lakes never freeze during winter, although the surface is covered with ice. During the summer, the deeper region of lake remains cooler than the surface of the lake. This is because the temperature of water rises slower compared to the rate it absorbs heat. The third feature of water is the fact that water becomes less dense when it turns to ice. So ice floats on the water. Due to that, ice never sinks and remains floating on the surface. The molecules of water are distributed farther from each other in the form of ice, making them less dense. Higher the temperature of water, denser it gets. In addition, water has strong cohesion. Cohesion is the ability of water molecules to get attracted to each other by hydrogen bonds, making them sticky to each other. In the middle of water, the cohesion force is distributed among neighboring water molecules around. However, on the surface, water molecules bear cohesion force only with neighboring water molecules. Hence, cohesion force becomes stronger and leads to the formation of surface tension. This is why some insects can walk on the surface of water. Lastly, water has strong adhesion. Adhesion is the attraction of unlike substances. If you wet your finger, you can easily pick up a straight pin by touching it because the water on your finger adheres to both your skin and the pin. Similarly, some people wet their fingers to help them turn pages. To conclude, water acts as a universal solvent. It has high heat capacity. Water forms ice that's less dense than the liquid form. Water molecules are able to attract each other by cohesion and form surface tension. And lastly, water can adhere to other surfaces. This is it for this lecture. See you in the next one.